Hey guys, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, make sure you spread it everywhere. And if you love me, you want to support me, I have merch. If you love my art and you want to support me, I have a Patreon. You can follow my Instagram. And if you just want to support me while also having fancy dancy badges and exclusive emotes, you can join my membership. Stay tuned at the end to see anything else you might want to know. Links are in the description. Let's go.
One of the most asked questions I get is, are you still modeling? And I just wanted to answer that really quickly. I am not really still modeling because I have been pushed out of the space. And it's probably because of my size. It's probably because of my age, or because I have a loud mouth and I speak about things that we should all give a shit about. But regardless, no, I don't really model anymore. That's why I've been doing other things. And you have to do other things in this industry. And one of my fans said, you pushed me out of the room, I'll build a new one, and I will. I will keep fielding of dreams my way through this but it's just the reality, and it's sometimes very difficult reality to deal with. You can tell I've been crying. It's been one of those mornings. I was just on live talking about all of this, but you know, it's just one of those things that I can let it be soul destroying, or I can just keep getting up and fighting, and I'm gonna keep doing that. So if you see me pop up and you like what I'm doing and you've been a fan of mine for a long time, you can check out the new things I'm doing. I'm doing a series every Friday called Diversity, where I interview folks in the industry that are actually making change and steps towards diversity and inclusivity, which is massively important, so that hopefully in the future, folks like me don't get pushed out of spaces that we definitely belong in. So yeah, I love you guys, and I appreciate the support that you have shown me throughout my career, and I don't want to start crying again. You know, work has not been as busy as I may have hoped, but I know that next year it's going to be even better, because I refuse to just sit at the house and do nothing all day.
For those of you that remember, this is Calliope, and she is very happy to be a part of the video today. Calliope and I cannot believe the news. You guys, have you? What? Yeah. Have you heard the news? It's the greatest, it's the greatest tragedy, the greatest devastation to ever have rocked the modeling world. Tess Holliday is no longer modeling. Oh, Calliope, say it ain't so. It's all right. I shall dry your tears. Would you like Mother to dry your tears? It's true. Guys, it's true. Tess has informed us that the model industry has pushed her out of the space. They just, you know, it's gotta be her age. It's gotta be, you know, her size. You know, obviously that's what it is. Or it could be that, could it be that suddenly it's not as trendy anymore? You know, Alan Roberts covered this first. And then Cynical Dude covered it as well. And both had good points. I'm probably going to echo quite a few of them, because at the end of the day, Tess, you were never a model. You know, Tess was no more of a model than any other woman that takes photos, maybe really good photos, in her living room and posts it on social media. Tess happened to take really good photos, and sometimes brands would give her freebies and things like that. And in one of the videos I've made, I don't know if it's going to come out before this or after this, I showcase Tess through the years, like her ability to walk. Tess, you've never had a model walk. Shit, I have a better model walk than you. And I'm shorter than you. Like, let's just get that out the way. And I don't even move as much as you do. But it does kind of feel like everything you do is a lumbering effort. Like, it's very difficult for you to move about. And what disturbs me is that you're a mom. And the idea is, you know, you're sitting there saying, and again, this goes right back to, oh, the industry is pushing me out. So you're kind of insinuating that they're fat phobic. But is it Jamie or Jordan? Jordan Underwood. She's even bigger than you. She's still modeling, or at least she modeled for that one thing. you know, there's a whole slew of people that are plus size, but the thing is, you're not plus size, you're round sized. And the thing is, like, again, there's a whole slew of reasons why they don't want you anymore, Tess. But to begin with, it's because you're such an obvious and blatant hypocrite about so many things. It's not that you've got a loud mouth. It's that you have a, how do I phrase it? It's a stupid mouth, a dumb mouth. Like, you can be as loud as you want, but you're loud and dumb and proud of it. You know, I mean, let's go back to the Gwyneth Paltrow thing. When you literally have stated in the past how, you know, the body only knows this and the body only knows that. And then you turn around and you attack Gwyneth Paltrow for her diet. You sit there and claim to be someone that champions about EDs and being so understanding. And yet you slap the face of any woman in the industry who actually suffered. Like, do you know how many models literally just starved all the time? They literally couldn't eat. And then you try to tell them, I'm just like all of you. Oh, what's that disease that a lot of models have? Oh, that's right, anorexia. Oh, I have that too. Yeah, totally. That's my disease too, guys. That is why I'm fat. It's because I starved myself.
Thank God her feelings are not facts or reality. Too many people live in Delulu land.
That's what happened. I starved myself, guys. I'm just like the rest of you. Oh, you passed out from not eating? Well, I'm not just like you girls. Like, it's things like that. It's things like that. How about the fact that you sit there and say, oh, F your beauty standards, F your beauty standards. But the only beauty standard you want to F is losing weight, because you very clearly have lip fillers. You very clearly go get your hair dyed. You very clearly follow makeup trends and jewelry trends and beauty trends and clothing trends. And you go all the trendy places. You eat all the trendy foods. You know, when you don't want to adhere to beauty standards, then you shouldn't adhere to any beauty standard. Although I will say there's a lot of outfits I've seen you in that are just like, frankly, you and Lexi, you pick the most hideous outfits to be a model in. And I guess I would consider you a model, because I mean, a lot of models wear some weird ass shit. But you're sitting here trying to claim you've been pushed out of the industry for all these different things. You're a liability, you always were. But Alan stated it perfectly. You were also a sideshow. You were a freak show to wheel out. I think he was saying in that the infamous titty smush that you did, where it literally looked, you were like you tried so hard to look sexy, but there's so much weight in your face that it just came off like, no. You lumbered down that catwalk. Like, you lumbered. It looked, as someone your size, it looked like your knees were killing you. And then you stopped, you took heavy breaths, you shook your tits, and then you lumbered back up. He said that wasn't even a piece from the like, that's not from the set. That's like when they have a special guest. That doesn't make you a model. That makes you a showpiece. Which is fun. But that's like saying I'm a professional baseball player when you throw the first pitch at a game. So it's like, test your hypocrisy. It's so blatant. You don't see it. You don't understand it. You don't own it at all. You don't own the person you are, the person you've created, the person you have curated, and that represents you. People see your mental illness blown up on the internet all the time. They see how you treat yourself, how you treat people that you don't agree with, how you treat people that clearly you don't like. And they see that you're out there glorifying depression and mental illness and EDs. You're out there glorifying it by acting like the industry you're in is just a small side effect of a bad habit. And I've said this numerous times. You weren't, Anna. You couldn't have been. I know, because the way you ate was the way I used to eat. And now mine was due to the fact that I would make poor choices based on the fact that I have IBS. And so there were times of the day where eating was just uncomfortable. Typically if I woke up early in the morning. But what's crazy also is it would happen that way because I ate late at night, and I would eat very soon before bed, or I drink something very soon before bed. Typically milk. Milk can keep you up because of the sugars and everything in it. It didn't occur to me, because what I would do is I'd wait all day because I was so nauseous and I was so uncomfortable and I didn't want to go to the bathroom, even though I ended up going to the bathroom anyway, that I would end up not eating. And what would happen is, because I didn't eat, I would get very hungry. And when you get really hungry and all you've had is water all day, maybe you've had some tea or something like that, and at that time I could still drink sodas somewhat, you end up getting hungrier because you're just not eating enough. Okay, so great. So now you're not eating enough, okay? And when you're not eating enough, you make rash, quick decisions. Like, you've been at work all day, you are tired, and you're kind of broke. Now, this was not you, but so you go, because Cookout's right there, and it is open, and their burgers are so good and so cheap, so you get that. Or you know that a 10-piece nugget's gonna fill you up, so you get that. And you make sure not to look at calories because, oh my God, it's so restrictive and it's so fat phobic and it's so mean. And what are calories anyway? You start making up all these narratives. You start making up all these scientific facts. You start lying to yourself, and then you publicize it and you put it out there, and then you start going to the UN and you start signing all these bills forcing people to hire fat people. You don't think about the ramifications of this, and you wonder why you've been pushed out of the modeling industry. You're a liability. And it's not even your size, although that is a liability. Again, I've stated this in past videos. As a larger person, as a fat ass, you are a liability. You run the risk of ripping clothes easier. They have to get chairs that accommodate you because you run the risk of breaking any normal chairs that you sit in. And instead, your response to that is to follow in the steps of J-Bay and say, well, they should accommodate that. No, and I say this about almost any industry. If you want to enter an industry and you want to be a part of it, play by their rules. And if you can't do that, go make your own. Go start your own thing on your own terms with your own money and your own things, and that's fine. But if you want to go in, like, for instance, if you want to be a ballerina, you want to be the prima ballet dancer, that's what you want. But then you walk in and you go, but I'm not going to dance ballet the way we have all this time. No, I'm going to change it all. Well, then you're not really dancing ballet. You're dancing and you're doing something, but you're going into this industry that you wanted so bad to be in, but nope, we're gonna dance this way now. Why? Because this bring it into the modern times. Oh, we're updating this. And you try to do the exact same thing with the modeling industry. And the thing is, nothing's changed. Models still exist, and most of them are still skinny. And what's hilarious is people like you walk around trying fast food, and it's considered absolutely brave and breathtaking. But people like Liz Seibert, who just merely tell everybody in every video, and she even has updated what she says to be even more like, do not do what I'm doing. You know, And she is like hated. People rail on her. People get mad at her about everything. And she's literally trying to save herself. And she is working with a dietitian. And people absolutely get mad at that poor girl. Meanwhile, people like you do mukbangs, whatever the fuck it is, of different burgers and tacos, and you know, you sit there and you buy all this fast food and these little Debbies and these sugary sweets, and you have the audacity to say, oh well, clearly they're pushing me out because I've got too big a mouth, or No, you got pushed out of the industry. You barely were allowed in because of your poor choices, because of your shitty attitude. And I forget who else said it. I think it was Alan. Because you're not a nice person. You know, I heard from a lot of people when I was first starting out, they have interacted with you and it wasn't pleasant. Again, when all of these fat activists started dying, you, miss, I've got a big mouth and I can't keep my mouth shut. You were so quiet. You were so silent. Still so silent. So I get a really big kick when you sit there and have the audacity to open that little plastic mouth of yours and say, oh, they're pushing me out because I'm too old. No, boo-boo. No, it's because, number one, they no longer need their freak. They no longer need their sideshow because you've outlived your usefulness. And now they can put you back on Weight Watchers where you belong. And they can go back to what they were doing. And they no longer have to play pretend with you. And the thing is, you're just realizing that now. If you all were wondering what I'm doing, I was dealing with my magnets. They no longer want to play pretend with you. And you are realizing they all played pretend. You are realizing that none of them believe your narrative. None of them believe your lies. And all of them want to be done with the entirety of your BS, because a lot of the stuff you pulled has not gone away. You charging people out the nose for modeling. That's the funniest part of all this. I think nobody's connected these dots yet. You charged thousands of dollars for pretty photos dress up in a hug, telling people how to get into the very industry that you literally just made a video saying you've been kicked out of and that you haven't been in for some time. So did you lie to all those girls? Like, if your name no longer carries weight, pun unintended. If your name no longer carries the allure, they modeled with Tess Holliday. Oh, they went to Tess's workshop. Then what exactly was the point? And if it's because of your size, why did you encourage those women knowing that most of them were bigger than you? How could you in good faith take those ladies' money, Tess? That's the question. If you knew, because you said it's been a very long time since you've modeled, and it hasn't been a very long time since you did that. I know, because Lydia released that video around the time I got very, very sick. That was in June. Because I know, I got sick in June. So she released it sometime around July, August. Well, it's December, baby cakes. So that means that you've been hosting these workshops, telling people how to be in an industry that not even you can get in anymore. And you're wondering why they pushed you out? You lack integrity on every level, Tess. You are so busy turning around and saying, it's their fault. It's their fault. It's everyone's fault. I'd love to see some accountability. I still keep going back to that video of you saying about how you hadn't bathed, how you're about to go spend money you didn't have, and how you feel miserable.
Do I have a million things that I need to be doing right now? Absolutely. Am I sitting outside Target with the sweater that I've had on for 3 days and no bra, and I'm going to go buy stuff I don't need? Yes. Hi. I know it's been a hot minute since I talked to you like this, but I cannot be the only mom that's just doesn't have it together. I'm going through old paperwork and I found stuff from last year that I should have saw last year. Like the doom pile of all the kids' artwork you can't throw away. Realizing that I missed parent-teacher conferences. Apparently I haven't paid my son's karate class in a month and a half, 2 months almost. My face is breaking out from stress. I haven't gotten my hair colored because I was crying all day the day of my appointment and just totally forgot. I also keep wearing the same outfit every single day because picking out clothes and getting dressed up feels too hard. And also looking at the clock and realizing I have to leave in 30 minutes to pick up my son from school. Hi. I have no solution for this. Just sharing.
What dream are you selling people? Because you don't even like your face. Mind you, you're a very pretty woman. But you have cheek fillers, chin fillers, lip chip fillers. You've had your eyes done. Either that or you're too fat and your eyes are getting smaller. I can tell you've gotten some work to your forehead and some work to your nose. So Tess, what you selling, babe? You don't even like what you see in the mirror. What confidence are you selling people? What industry are you selling people? What career are you selling people? The only thing I see you do now is make shock value TikToks that actually hold no real value.
I've been getting this comment a lot lately, so let's get into it, bestie. I just want to know, in what world, in what freaking universe would a fat bitch like myself get on Mariah Carey's internet, on Beyonce's internet, and say, I have a restrictive eating disorder, and then have the entire world mock and ridicule you more than they already did? Because let's face it, living in a larger body is not fun, especially when you exist in a larger body such as mine, where you don't cover up, where you wear whatever you want, where you live freely because you're allowed to, and people still mock and ridicule you. Why would I add more fuel to the fire? It's like when I came out as queer, everyone was like, I knew it, you're a liar. It's like, what? Do I need to post every single person that I hook up with and date and everything else? Do I need to post every single meal that I don't eat? Because it's hard for your tiny little peanut brain to understand science. And last but not least, I just got back from New York, where I accepted Project Heal, which is an eating disorder organization's award for their Inspire Award for the work that I do for the community. So, guess you're wrong, bestie.
Except to catapult you into the limelight for a hot minute. You try to ride off the Miss Universe thing, as if you look anything like her. You literally couldn't walk in her footsteps. She actually has medical reasons why she's even that thick. Your reason is you enjoy them Christmas cakes a little too much, honey. So, I can't lie. Great news to me. Great news to me. Because I do think that people like you do need to get out of the limelight. I wouldn't mind if you were someone who was genuine, someone who took care of their fan base, someone who showed love and compassion. But there's several thousand of them still waiting for their t-shirt, and we're going on 12 years. But you enjoyed Disney, didn't you? That's all I have to say about it, guys. I understand this is a little nasty, a little meaner. I don't care. I don't care. Tess has brought this upon herself in the environment she has created, in the persona she has created, and in how she treats everybody. And it's finally coming back to haunt her. And she's more concerned about, oh, well, it's my age. It's this, it's that. It's you. And it's not because they're trying to take anything away from you. It's because they are trying to save themselves. That's all I have to say about it, guys. Remember, don't have idols. Just be you. Have integrity. Keep your word. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next one. This is my most recent video, or the videos I've done in the past. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and as always, remember to tell the people that are important to you that you love them and to be safe. So guys, I love you. Be safe. Have a great day. Yes, I know. Oh my gosh, you guys. So let's talk about GTA 6 today. Yeah. Okay. So. You need to relax. Very good girl. Good girl. Child, you're worse than Axel. Young lady, I've raised you better than this. Have some decorum. And we're 3 minutes into this video and half of it is you being a hoe. I am 100% slut shaming you. Axel's back there having a good show. Anyways,